Hello guys, and welcome to Azmayo Masuka. King says happy birthday to you, dear. Enjoy yourself. May God protect and bless you. Amen. And thank you so much. Guys, I've received a lot of love today. I did not say to anybody that is my birthday, but I guess, people had to find out one way or the other. And thank you so much for the love. But anyhow, business must go on. We have to do this. And then I go back to my partying mood. But I am so happy. Anyway, today's topic, we won't take too long because, we want to go back and do the partying. But today's topic, we want to talk a little bit about mother-in-laws versus daughter-in-laws. The relationship has never been good. We want to look at why. Because really and truly, these are the people that should be really getting along. You have the same man that you love. One person calls him a son, the other person calls him a husband. Which relationship is more important? We're going to talk about that. Or which relationship matters more? We don't know. But at the end of the day, let's see if we can talk about it. Now, before I talk about that, I know people have, don't like to me to comment on politics for one reason or the other, because when it comes to politics, this our group is like our own tribe, like we get along. We don't want to be like talking about politics and then people feeling like, okay, we are choosing one party after the choosing one party than the other, in other words, because as a tribe we've got people from different parties. So if a son dies, so we try and avoid getting involved. So today's comments is not really political, it's just a question of men's world and women's world and that kind of thing. So in a week, during the week, which some of you, I should say a lot of you already know, but our topic, our discussion comes on every Sunday. So I get to comment when I'm on. So if it happened in the week, I wasn't on the week, so that's why I'm commenting today. So somebody had to bring my attention to the fact that there was this exchange of, whether you should say exchange of words or whatever. But Mama J, I titled Mama J. Mama J is our former president, Her Excellency Mama Joyce Banda, and our excellence as in APM, the recent one. So Mama J, from what I've been told, she commented that people need to think about who they are voting for, which is really about campaign. So you think about who you're voting for. Don't vote for people who, like drink on the job, in other words, because in other words, she's trying to say, vote for people who are serious. We don't know if whatever she said is true or not, but let's look at the clapback, because, APM, like, I'm impressed because APM, even if there's a disaster in the country, even if there's things going on that need his address, APM will be in his house, like literally, like ignoring everything. And people have said that APM, but on this one, APM had to clap back, like literally. So anyhow, APM went on to answer Mama J, and what APM went on to say, he mentioned that Mama J, when they were at that function that Mama J was referring to, he admits drinking. Meaning, Mama J is not a liar. What she said actually took place. What she said actually happened. So Mama J is not a liar. That's just number one. Mama J said the truth because APM did not deny drinking. Now, APM, don't forget, APM is a lawyer. So APM knows that denying things too much, it makes you look somehow. So he's clever enough to admit in part that, okay, I drank, but it wasn't on the job. It was after, later on, which I know. I know what he's trying to say, but let's go with what he has said. But then he went on to say, which is the clapback, because deliberately, I think it somehow what Mama J said, it got to him. You need to understand that at this point, the APM that you claim that he's so calm, that he can't be bothered, it literally got to him. And he had to clap back by going all the way in and saying that because Mama J at the function, she asked that she should sleep, the room next to whoever. So, and he went on and used Maone Nakuti Ndihule. Now, For those of you who love APM, please, I need to apologize in advance because I'm not attacking APM. I'm just going to go straight on and say what I think. You know, let's start with alcohol. Before we can talk about the people themselves, let's just look at those two things, alcohol and sleeping with somebody. Let's just talk about those two things. You know, when you drink alcohol, even if you drink alcohol a day before going to work, forget about the function they went, but let's just say a day before going to work. If you drink alcohol, okay, and then tomorrow you have an important job, let's be honest, it can actually interfere with your day. Meaning, you may struggle to wake up on time. Secondly, you may not even remember to put your work together like what you were supposed to do. Even your performance on the job may not be what was expected. So alcohol, we have to be honest, whether you drink a night before, whether you drink right on the day, whatever it is that you do with alcohol, we can all admit that it's not really clever to drink if you have an important meeting. And actually, it shows that you're a little bit careless. We have to be honest. So I think APM had to clap back because it literally kind of like exposed the man he is in a way. And like I said, APM did not deny it. He did not deny it. He actually confirmed that he drank, but he just tried to kind of like, you know, because so bad. So he said that. Anyway, before I go all in about what I think, let me go back to Mama J, as in how APM commented. Now, APM goes on to say, oh, she said she should sleep this room. Oh, and the hule. Now, kumudena muntu kuti hule. You have to really, you know, you have to really have grounds of making such a comment. So, for example, in a hotel where she slept, if she was literally throwing herself over a man or doing whatever, then maybe, koma mau oti hule, it's like, hule amatantoza jan, kungo gona dadi, he said. It doesn't sound good. And I know that some of you will say, okay, Mama J also had to say something. But you know what? Whatever Mama J said, as I'm saying, APM confirmed it. When you go to a meeting, when you go somewhere as delegates, when you go wherever that you go as a group, as MPs or the high profile or whatever, you sleep in the same hotel. Sometimes some of these hotels are so big. You can't be sleeping on the first floor where all the other people that you're together as delegates, you're like, they're like on the third floor. You want to be on the same floor. And you want to be the closest rooms. Not because you want to have sex with them. It's just a normal thing. Sometimes in the night you want to ask, John A., what time are we going to the meeting tomorrow? What time is it starting? Or else in the morning when everybody is ready, you want to walk together. Mama J is not a spring chicken that she should be running on the stairs to ask things. You know, that she should be looking for people up and down. So she want to spend a night not far from the people. At what point does it make it look like she want to sleep with these men? At what point? Now, for those of you who get in your feelings, you know, on any other thing, let me tell you something. Mama J, she's a badass. She got to Sanjika on her own ticket, on her own name. Not through a man, not through a husband, not through anybody, on her own name. She don't need to descend so low to sleep with random people because they've gone together. What would she be looking for? Nothing. You know? So, but this is what a lot of men, they will say to you when they are losing their argument. When they are losing their ground, they will turn around and say, Huleiwe. Muntu linda munango binu. Muntu mangone na kuta ateti kala papa pamozi. You know, all the time, we go to meetings, we go to work. Tima shekana antu, tima kagana, you sit next to each other. Just because I'm sitting next to you, just because I'm sleeping in a room next to you, it doesn't mean I want you. And it doesn't mean that I'm interested in your whatevers. Okay? So, men who are so weak in their argument, their first, you know, a deflection. Hule ya mene uja. That's their first deflection. Umango jiwa gudi mene yoyo ya baya. Endi wabalalika nayo, saa kujiwa guda atani ndi ango ganiza guda, ndi ngone na kuti hule. Hula anagona ndani. APM. Mama J. did not need to wait until she became president in order to harness her husband. No, on a normal day, Mama J, she managed to get herself a husband. And she has that husband until today. He didn't need to wait for Sanjika. And she went to that Sanjika on her own ticket. Simple talk. This disrespect of women has to stop. That in Kazarian say, you have kumbeka maone na kuti hule, simply because she had something to say. APM, if you don't drink, why is it that when you are in London, you could not even comprehend a simple question? A simple question at the meeting where you went. Was it the Africa Summit or whatever it was in London? You could not comprehend a simple question. You couldn't. For someone who is hearing these things, we can easily conclude that maybe you were drunk or so. Who knows? There is no evidence, but who knows? Not only that, there has been so many things going on. You don't turn up. You don't turn up. Who knows? Maybe you're drunk again and you're fast asleep. And it's not chimo. It's not a crime. You can live your life the way you want. But if you're an alcoholic to the point that you can actually miss your meeting, or at your meeting you underperform, or even you are not even present, you miss it altogether, then people ought to know. It's their right to know that this is who you are. They shouldn't bother to vote for you because this is the behavior, isn't it? So whatever Mama J said, like I said, it's not a lie. It's true. Okay? You confirmed it. There is no need to be saying, oh, hule uja. Any man who runs to say hule uja, yeti muntu hukunne nayo, you've never slept with her. Kumango kalaguti, ulibenghani. Bas, umakhodu ulibenghani. Waso wapo gwira, waso wajonena. Za APM. Mama J don't need all that rubbish. Maybe you're the one who needs to think about yourself, because for us, we've only heard about you having a wife the moment you were entering Sanjika. It's almost like an arranged marriage, saying, oh, Mama G, kulitu Sanjika. So if you don't mind, can you accompany the president? People in a normal world, APM, they don't wait to be arranged because there's money involved. No. And hamapeza mamuna on a normal day. People find a husband, a wife on a normal day. You couldn't find your own. So maybe that's why you can't relate. You think every person who is out there, akubanga uhule. There is no such thing. Uhule wajal. And for those of you who saying, oh, like somebody here saying, Ola kwa DJB, what did she do? What did she do? If she commented that they have to be careful because of the drinking, and he actually drink, what did she do wrong? It's not a lie. I've just said to you. He confirmed that. But in his comment, he never said that Mama J was throwing herself at somebody. And, at the end of the day, even if you went to an important meeting, let's say you have a boyfriend, whoever you are attending the meeting together, you have a boyfriend. So now you've attended the meeting, you've done what you are supposed to do, you've performed, you've done your job. Now you're going to the hotel and you decide that you're going to sleep with Songiso. What will interfere with your meeting? Tomorrow morning you wake up, you will still go to your meeting. You still go and do what you gotta do, because those things are not related in that sense. Okay? Whereas in alcohol can do something to you, to your brain, and interfere with your reasoning, and interfere with your speed of thinking, interfere with your reaction. That's what I'm saying. You could not comprehend, or you could not pick what somebody is saying, or even maybe process it as you should, yet you are an educated man. APM, in Malawi, there was a woman who was stripped on the street. You did not come out to even stand up for women and say, this was not something that was acceptable, and condemn what had happened. No, you stayed in your house. You did not speak on it. No, women were raped in Sundwe. What did you do straight away? Nothing. You stayed in the house again. So we don't know if you're drunk the whole time. We don't know. So if Mama J is come to enlighten us, what is it? And what is this that all the time Kumalawi, men can behave anyhow, and you people have patience with them. But anything that a woman says, hey, hule anagona ndi nuyo kuti hule popita kuti, CJ akuti JP did not call. She was teasing APM as my. She was not. If she's doing campaign, your opponent, if your opponent has done something and you have the evidence or you saw it, you witnessed it. I mean, why can't you talk about it? And like Risha Pat is saying, using word hule to destroy her, it's also take. I'm telling you, because the whole point of saying hule uja, how can you degrade a whole woman like Mama J? There are so many, like millions of women in Kumalawi, they look up to Mama J. Mama J don't need to do hule to go anywhere in her life. Like I told you, she been to Sanjika before you turned up APM. Yes, she was in Sanjika before you went there. She didn't need to sleep with you. She didn't need to sleep with the people that you're talking about. So all that is just nonsense, you know. Again, it's just to want to degrade somebody. So people will look at this whole situation differently. But me, I could have loved if you said something that actually Mama J did. But what you're saying, you just wanted to be rude because she has mentioned something that you actually did. That's all it is. And like Ruth is minding me here saying that Komanso as head of state using that language, I need to. It's true. For those of you who are busy saying, hey, Mama J, ndamena na lakwisa. So, because somebody has commented something, the president has to forget who he is and descend so low and use maone na kuti hule. So, ngati president ama ima podium ndikuita na azimai kuti hule, what would the vendors do? What would the vendors do? Some of you, when you're arguing, you should ask yourself, don't you have sisters? Don't you have daughters? You need to ask yourself that. Mao manena kuti hule kumango khalira kuita na muntu onena kuti sana gonane goni muntu inaliyesa amene munena and has no anything against anybody. Ni mawa mungano kwambiri. Nena ninkhani ina. Ife tisama khalire kufinyika kuti daily kukacha basi hule kula inu musandibangise chibwibwi. Mama J is an example of a woman who is self-contained. She can do whatever she wants. And she don't need to carry an odd something like you APM. She is capable of even getting a young chicken because you know she's capable within herself. She don't need Gubanka Hood as you're saying. Yeah. So as a leader, you should have done better. And amene mufuna kumbereka APM mumberekeni muchoka nazo kosi. So kuti pali muntu amene akudani akuleseni. But what he said was wrong. Even if what Mama J said. Why didn't he hold his peace like what he usually do? And hakupana mulirongwe. And hakupana uko. Azimaya ugulidwa kwa nsudwe. APM hold his peace and be quiet. Coronavirus is an issue everywhere. APM mama kala jedala ina neswa was safe isolating. Why didn't he just go home and hold his peace? So personally, I didn't like it. Personally, I believe that in politics, people can say what they want to say. For example, if it's the truth of what has happened, they can say that. But just coming, that's so low. Like, that's so low, APM. That's so low. You of all people. I mean, that's so low. But anyway, I will leave it there. But leave our Mama J alone. If in our life, we can make it because Mama J did. Osati gudi, hey, hule, anagonandan. Why would she need to do all that? Nonsense. Anyway, you know I was gonna say something as well because somebody wanted na maone na gudi wakalamba. Kodinu, why is it that if you have to become president, you're only allowed to become a president when you are 35? Why can't we put a cap on it as well that when you reach a certain age, you should not be allowed to continue as a president? So, for example, if you are eligible from the age of what's that age? From 35. Let's put a cap on it as well. We need to let me know what we can do. If we need to write letters, if we need to start a what do they call that a petition that people need to sign, let's do that so that at least whether people will decide that 65 or 70th birthday, when you turn 70, resign bas. Because some of these things, I have a feeling that maybe oh please, like literally we need to have a cap on this presidency. You can't just be president mpaka na uje ni happy birthday ya 101. I did. No, not Yahudi 35 to 80. How about the 35 to 70? Inendukona ngati bora 35 to 70. Witness saying good is 35 to 60. Yeah, we need to think about how we can bring this up so that good zisinte ukangokhala kuti wadusa 70 olo wadusa chanchani zokhaso president ayi ukalo iweyo ngati nthawi yomwe unali 35 suna thamanga ukapanga nawo president olo uli 50 suna pange zoma kayamba kuiba president uli 70 zilekeke nde kuti ukhale munthu onena kuti nthawi yako yadani kodi yadusa imeneyo sinkhaniso yonena kuti discrimination kwamweza afikaku even munthu onena kuti wafika zaka 70 atha kulandala license akaona kuti sakumvesesa kuti ukutani pansewu amakulandala license ala inu yomwe akula nde muzingogwera chani muzingogwera bus or taxi. Somebody is saying Billy is saying 35 to 65. Somebody is saying would put 60 to 70 years is too much. Yeah, I personally think that from 35 to 70 depending in the mtundu wa iweyo meaning kuti sinanga ndife mbewu yosiyana pali mbewu ya anthu ena pa 65 to 70 amadzaoneka akula kwambiri pala anthu ena mbewu yawo amadzakhala kuti pa 65 to 70 they can actually manage. Koma ine ndingoona ngati kuti belu la 70 likangoti ngo please chonde munthu kakhale ni kunyumba and ichichi sichibongwe. Paul is saying kuti true 65 years last. Yes, we need to think about what we can do. And tukuoneka kuti ambiri tukugwirizana nazo kuti there have to be a cap on this presidency. So kuti munthu ngomasuka kukhala president kuchokera uli zaka 70 mpaka na 100 and kutopetsa anthu no. Padzikhala kuti munthu aliyense azidziwa kuti ine ndikazakwana zaka 35 I'm allowed to become president. Ndikafika so 70 nthawi yanga yatani kodi yatha nkhani ya state. Ndeti yangana nkhani yokuti tingatani ngati ili petition we start it so that kuti president ukhale anthu ambiri they seem to like the idea kuti ujeni 65 years last jaka kuti mbewu sichimanga kodi sife mbewu ife ndife mbewu kaya mukuyempha bwanji mbewu yosiyana pali chimanga china chimaoneka mwakuti blessings is saying kuti retirement now is 70. Yes, 70 retirement. I think we should match it to the civil service retirement age. Yes, I agree with you. Koma anthu ambiri akulemba kuti max 65 like civil servant. So mukunduza kuti retirement panopo ili pa 65 65 years. So ngati munthu ukamagwira ntchito mboma kaya ukamagwira ntchito kulikonse komwe umagwira generally ati 65 ena akuti 17 years of the idea of 70 koma dani uyu anthu ambiri apapa they are saying kuti chani they are saying kuti 65 koma ine I think kuti it's reasonable to take age yomwe anthu amapangira retire. Ngati munthu ukafika zaka 65 you are asked to retire, you are expected to retire, then why can't we end it there? President iso because this is president in ntchito and it's almost like civil service because at the end of the day as you said that's what it is because at the end of the day nawe so kugwira ntchito mboma you're saving people. So I think zithere pa 65 so let's see kuti timve kuti tingazitengere patipo. Vusi is saying 70 is too much. Anthu ambiri akufuna 65. So we'll see. Tifusa anthu amene akudziwa za kumpando. Atiuze kuti ngati tufuna tigube tijame pamene papa zilekezere pati because I'm fed up. I think my president akhala anthu onena kuti they can be running around zinazi zatitopesa. Anyway, thank you so much guys. Nkhani imene yoyo, let's move on. Amene takambirana tampana. Let's move on. Today I want to talk also about mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws. Like, you know, you hear it so many times that mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws, they're fighting. You don't understand why these two people should be fighting, because at the end of the day, a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law, they should be like this. They should love one another, because at least they have a common interest. That one guy, because this person calls this one my son, the other one calls, you know, my husband. So, I mean, personally, these are my opinions, what I think, because I ask other people what they think, like, why is it kuti muntu ndabongo zake kupezeka kuti kudana, kukangana, and all those things, ndikufika pa kuti abongo zibakhomo sangafike because adona ndokwiya. So, a lot of people, they label mother-in-laws as bad people. You know, they label mother-in-laws as bad people. And you hear a lot of people, amakanga kuti akamba kuti mamuna amena kuyenda naye, let's say ankonda mamuna, and that guy, he is good and he has money, he has this. The moment he says that his mom passed away long time ago, a lot of women, they're happy that he doesn't have his mother. I don't know why, but here's what I think. Number one, I think that I'm talking about why daughter-in-laws may hate mother-in-law, yeah? And why is it that, what is it that the mother-in-law might be doing that makes the daughter-in-law mad at? So we are talking first to mother-in-law. Personally, I think it's a lot to do with fraud. Do you know what I mean by fraud? So you're married to someone, maybe there are things that you keep doing that his mother can actually tell. Don't forget that mama is also a woman, yeah? Sometimes she can read you quickly and see that you don't really love her son, that like you take advantage when it comes to situation, or like you're not building him up, or you're not doing what. Sometimes that can be the reason why she'll be like set off, and she'll feel like she has to say something, or she'll feel like she should do something because she feels like mwana wanga akudani akubwedegeka ola kuiki kwa disadvantage. I don't know, but that could be one of the reasons. Now, that can make a daughter-in-law feel uncomfortable. Alipa competition, eh? It's like you've got somebody who is trying to expose you. You're doing this, or when you shouldn't be doing this. Sometimes that can be an issue for the daughter-in-law saying, "Amaiwa, mina ama yankula zakudama dan." But many actually there's that fraud part of saying, you are not really genuine in your dealings, okay? Whether you're too lazy, whether you're this, so she feels that, you know, you're taking advantage. That can be one of the reasons. But because, and we don't want to be honest with ourselves, that what is it that is happening? We like to make ourselves, we like to want to look as if we are perfect, we are doing everything that we can. But his mother can see that you don't really, you're not down for, you know, for better or worse. You are just there to collect what you want to collect. So that can be. Reason number two, it may simply be maybe simuna basane ntawi. The relationship may literally be bad because you didn't give each other time. You as a daughter-in-law, when you get married, maybe you didn't spend time with your mother-in-law so that she get to know you as a person. Maybe you didn't put your time in for that. So therefore, she may have wrong impressions about you. That's why she may come in and she will observe certain things, because obviously you grew up somewhere. She don't know you. She have a different environment. So her own picture of, you know, what you're doing may be wrong. But because you didn't make time. That's why some people, when they get married, the early years of, you know, the marriage, or the early months, or whatever it can be, some people, they decide to go and spend in their mother-in-law for a little bit, so that the goody akaringa goody adziwana. And some people will go gakarawa mother-in-law 2 months. Masikwa no ali yesa afuna jita unikwa mother-in-law saenda go sakana zo atendi. So at the end of the day, zimakanga goody ntawi zose maunana ngadaji rendo. There is no understanding. You know, you cannot bond with somebody if you don't spend time with them. So maybe because you don't spend time with her, you don't do whatever, she might just look at you that you are problematic. And really and truly, a person keeps doing certain things that someone can see, goody, baba, is this genuine, but you just not honest with yourself. You want the mother-in-law to look like she's a bad person, but really she feels for her son. Because don't forget, let's be honest, the mother-in-law is somebody who actually gave birth to that boy, to that husband, to that your sugar, to that your honey, to that your bae. Before bae became bae, that woman had to put in her time, had to make sacrifices. And sometimes we have to be honest. Anthu ena akuti akafika amulera mwana wawo kuti akafike kupole, akafike panchito yomwe mukunenayo, anthu amagona ndi njala. And that woman must have been maybe selling mandasi or doing all kinds of things to make those things happen. That's her hard work. And to be honest, if you have a good husband, you need to understand that it takes a good mother to raise a good husband for you, to raise a good man for you. So if she did all that, even if you were not happy with how she has done, out of respect for what she has given you, which is a man, a husband, yeah? Maybe just allow certain things. Because mundu okuti suma kalandima mother-in-law ako, akungo kala pa kombago 2 seconds. I think utakupirira zintu zina, and when she goes, you go back to whatever it is that you usually do. And the end of story. But not fighting it to the point that she feels that she's not welcome. Like I told you, like I said, some of us we know, but we ndifan hadala. Tima iwala kuti muntu uja analela mwana uja yeyo yeka. And she made sacrifices. If we've turned up like 2 years ago, when muntu yu duankulu kale, but itukufuna ditenge malo, we don't want interference, we don't want anybody to turn up at the door, ndizo vuta. Mwana wawine saying kuti ineso I'm somebody's child. Yeah, tifika kumene gogo, tifika. But we are talking about it. May take it so personal kuti iweyo you are not allowing her maybe kubwera pa khomo ena mafika ponena kuti yeah samango bwera pa khomo pano sana nduze. But the thing is, like I said, uyu ndi munthu onena kuti uyu ndi mwana wake analera yeka. Sometimes if you could spend time with her, make the effort and understand, because munthu uyu, whether you like her or not, she's important to your husband. She is important to our husband, I should say. So make the effort to know her and understand her if you can, and make it easier. Because to me, I think if you and her, you have a good relationship, your husband may like it also. I think so. But at the end of the day, it's up to Ariese Momenkani Aguidani, Akuyonera. But to me, this is what I think, make the effort and know her, because she's the one who raised this guy. However, there's only one controversial on my part. Ngati mother-in-law awawa, apart from zongo yamba na zapa komo zokuti mebana yankula ijola na banga jakuti. But sometimes kuli mother-in-law onena kuti iweyo ndi mamuna wako munakwatirana ukwati wabwino bwino woyera anthu anabwera kuzaonekera munapanga izi kupanga ukwati koma mamuna wako uja amatha kutenga ka MG2 kupita nako kwa mai yake kukaenda amayi aja olo kunkalipira olo kunzuzula kuti iwe ungapange mwakuti ayi amapezeka kuti ayi ndithu they've just entertained that girl and do like kuti ngati kuti zilibe attended. Ngati amata ake nlo ala amene ajawo ndezimezi jazo kwa ineyo ndizovuta, because it means kuti she's not being a mother to you also, because muntu mukakwatira night, the mother has to be the mother for you and your husband together. Look out for both of you. So ngati zithi zonena kuti she can entertain her son bringing MG2 all the way kukhomo kwawo, then nkhani meneyo ndiyodani kodi ndiyovuta. I want to read some comments before I talk about that. Patricia is saying, Goody, we should raise our children for their own future, not the parents' future. Why is it only the guy's mother, not the ladies? We are going into bits, but also let's not forget, I will come back and talk about that, because it's an interesting point, but I will tell you why the issue is more centered into mother-in-law and daughter-in-laws, yeah? But talking about raising our kids for their own future, personally, even if I could raise my son for his own future, I would want to have access to my son. Not his money, not what he has, but access to him. I would want to literally come and see him when I want to see him, because he's my baby. That has nothing to do with me coming to get something, because gumuzi pay night and hamatenga kuti poti mwanai ndinabereka ndine ndi azindipangira zakuti azinditantani. No, but what I'm saying is, I would want to see my child, and it would be so hard if the wife and me sit kumvana. It would be hard. So in that sense. But anyway, yeah, and the Manawin is saying goody, and the Pamakama mother-in-law. Remember, I said the point of saying goody, there are certain mother-in-laws, they will actually entertain MG2 bakomobao. Kambiri not once. Ena takupanga even kulolera chinkoso. So ndani Manawin is adding a point goody, taking one side akuti he is my son ugumundu wakumenya. Those are the things that sometimes in a personal in an said I cannot accept, because if I'm being nice, okay, I'm playing nice, I'm doing whatever, then ma pano muntu azinduza kuti IMG2 wakaja sima wakagona kumeneko mwakuti olo ma pano, when you go to them kuti we ukwatenga kuti na also makolo ako, you go to them to tell them that your son has done this, because you actually believe in their counsel and you believe that their son can listen to them, you know, as they are important to him. Then they turn around and make you feel that iweyo siwawo iwo wakuyanga zawawo, then there we have a problem. But the mother-in-law ndiwe mumajeza and mukayankhula zinthu mukuoneka kuti iwo they are also looking at the best interest for both of you, then you ought to respect that in a personally. That's what I think. Now, going to, because we've said that, going to daughter-in-laws now, kuti zo timakamba kuti akwada ndaula awawa, so we were trying to highlight kuti this is also an important person. We ought to respect, unless for the reasons that we have said. These are just examples. Maybe there might be other reasons why you know mother-in-law, but these are examples. Now, going to mother-in-law, to daughter-in-law, there are some mother-in-laws as well, as I've said, but as mother-in-laws, what you need to know also is that your child is no longer a baby. He is a grown man. He is married now. He has his life of his own, yeah? He has his life of his own. He has to focus on building his life with him and his wife and his children. So sometimes you may mean well, but they may need a little bit space of their own. Kuti na also aone kuti abanga branch. And izintu zina dane and easy things like you say to them that you are both my children now, and to tikamapanga kwa dana manina kuti yai okay. So you know sometimes the muntu wina kwa disokoneza ndikomenti yake yomwe ama nena. But anyway, I was saying kuti sometimes when you're getting married, you know, they sit you down and they tell you that now awani makolo swako, like meaning makolo amamuna mwakuti, then you go to them, iwo amaoneka kuti still more, they are more leaning towards mwana oyeka. As mother-in-laws, you need to also remind yourself kuti ana wawili wose ondiana. The husband, the son, and the girl that he has married, they are both yours. You cannot be entertaining my MG2, Pakombano, number one. Number two, you cannot be talking behind daughter-in-law's back, telling your son, Kuti, hey, ye ujandote and dote ofunika unkwati dide win. Kuyankula kwa banji. You can't be saying that. Even if you don't like her, sometimes jomashima pchetanti mama mother-in-law ena ndizomwenda nena pali fraud yomwe yola kuikazienda nena. But sometimes kumango kala so kuti a mother-in-law akuzonera bango ya iwo yonena kuti oh she doesn't cook or she doesn't do that. But at the end of the day, your son, she knows so many women out there who know how to cook. But she had to choose the one who can't cook. It's on his head. You can't solely blame the girl and say that why is she lazy like this, or why is she somehow you have to look at your son that these are his choices. Okay, ndepena kumafunika kukwasiya apange zoma kupanga zafotere oka because anthu amakani makani so leave them. But at the end of the day, you can't literally be attacking the girl kuti ntsika na uyu ndotere ndo panda khalidwe. Mwina mwana wanu amakonda atsika na uyaluka. Mwina mwana wanu amakonda atsika no panda khalidwe, because and when they are getting married to somebody, marriage is not all about the khalidwe lomwe yanga likonda anthu ose kunja kuno. No, anthu chilipo chomwe iwo amambana iniyo chomwe simungachione ni maso amachiona okha kwa anthu awiri. So if your son is happy with her in that sense, accept it. Maintain your relationship with your child, and unless she is interfering with that relationship to the point that she don't want you to see your son, then maybe it's something that needs addressing and sitting down. Other than that, but you know, beyond that, I also feel that your son is the one who has a duty to make sure that your relationship and his should never be interfered by anybody. In my thinking, I don't believe that I have to fight my sport in my son's life. No way. I live my life how I have to live. My son is his responsibility to remember that this is mother. And if he meets a woman who does not respect his mother, it's up to him to decide to say, I don't think she's good for me because I don't like how she do this. But if he goes on and marry her, what she do after, I will have to step back, because at the end of the day, so my relationships, they are complicated. Mother-in-law, I'm talking to you. Complications, relationships are complicated. Sometimes zinthu zina mmazonera patali kuti ntsikana yakutere koma simmadziwa kazi omwe amapanga mwana wanu. Because having a child like Ineo, raising my own son in my house, as long as he's my son, there is a certain behavior that he will show me. There's a certain side of him he will show me as a son. But when he becomes a husband to someone, it's a whole different ball game. He's gonna be a different person. He's gonna show the wife something that I never saw. So maybe when he gets married, I need to learn about my son as a married man, how he behaves, from what the wife is saying or from how he interacts with people, to learn something from there. It is a difficult process. It's stressful, especially mother-in-law and daughter-in-law kusakondana. It's stressful, you know. But at the end of the day, we can all make the effort to get along. And talking about point yomwe wina anapanga raise, because I promised I will address that. And amanena kuti yai mukuyiwala kuti nkazi yonse ali ndi mai yake. Personally, I can evidently tell you kuti there are so many. In fact, out of 10 women who are married, yeah, maybe only one can claim that since they got married, maybe their husband is interfering with the relationship that they have with their mother. I'm talking about the girl, yeah? Only one. My say guda ina munanga amabanga interfere the relationship in my younger. Most of the times, as my itimakati kukanga nandi my mother-in-law, a mother-in-law kukanika ndi kubwera pajani kodi kubwera pakhomo. Yeti ama yatu ama khala 6 months. 6 months pakhomo. Ponyamuka kukakangana so ndi begu chipinda. Iweyo ungangwagulira mai yanga salu zake zomwezi zakuchena. Ndikufuna viscose. Munthu anyamuke pamene popo tutu ili kwalongezera. A mother-in-law akujikazi amanyamuka ngati lero mamawa. 2 months later, she's back. In between, apongozi akujimuna, she hasn't even come. No. So personally, I feel like the tension is more kumbali ya nzimai hii kumbali kwa nzibambo ndi mai yake ndi nkaziyo, because it's like kuti tikulimbanira na mamuna inu musaiwale azimai timapanga nsanje zinthu zozizira. We've talked about this here. We've talked about how even azimai yena kungomona mamuna akupereka moni kwa ntsika uti akumona uti waoneka bwino amabwera kudzayima pambali akufuna achere kuti akuyankhula na chani. So much as they know kuti the man cannot marry his mother, but jealousy is jealous. You know, you can be jealous of any other person if you feel like kuti mamuna ujangata maoneka ngati kuti mwazizi wa mama's boy ota makalira kuti andimanene kuti nditere amama ondi mane kula atsika nato ena amafika bopsha mtima ndikuyankhula mola kuika kumuza mamuna kunena kuti ukakwatirane ndi mai yako omweyo simunamve kwena anthu akunena kuti mkazi anayankhula choncho kumuyankhula nzimambo. Because there are some women, they are so jealous that their husband seem to be so connected to the mother. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but you know, there's that thing. So, kwa relationship ya mzima yuja ndi mai yake, a lot of times it's smooth. And kunena mopa mulungu, komo ndi nzimai. Iwe yo nzimai ameno makalapa komo, you can make life so easy for your own mother. Because you're the one who is at home. Your husband maybe goes to work and come back and whatever. He may not be even involved in kupika ndiwo kuta werenge nyama mpoto. But the moment the mother-in-law, the mother of the man comes, you make things difficult. Her son goes to work. Ulipa nondungundu. Osapika tsikulose. Because usufuna kuti usadiwo. Zinto zomwe amabanga atsikana ena, I don't know, kaya ndikusazindikira, kaya ndikudani. You make things so miserable for the mother-in-law. Akafika mai yako nde kupanga argue ndi mamuna usiku uli wonse. Yesu unasiye ndiwo. Amai yanga zingo khalira kudya uje ni masamba panopo. Zazi. Olo ukakhala anthu onena kuti nonse you work. Nonse mukuzichitira kuti sukuti umapempha ndalama kwa mamuna. But at the end of the day, it's like when it's your mother, you're more committed. Inusizi masowa, anthu apantha kukhala more committed in what they want to do for their mom. But when it comes to the mom of their husband, they can't be asked. You know? No interest, nothing. So all those things anthu amaona, ndi amakhumudu amaona kuti uyu akoneka kuti alibe na vejani, alibe na fonchito. So much as we know that muntu ukakwatirana ni mamuna yo mupangeza anthu awiri, but don't believe kuti muntu pamoyo wake. I've said this before. You cannot be the only reason why your husband will be happy in life. Sometimes muntu utakupanirira mamuna kumpana kuti asayankhule ndi mai yake, asayankhule ndi azijemwe yake, asayankhule ndi aneso, akhale wako yekha. But do you know that his past is very important to him? The people who raised him, the people he grew up with, they are important to him. If he is disconnected to those people on your account, it can affect him mentally. And he may not say it to you. So what would that be good? What's the point of that? Kuti iweyo umpange frustrate mamuna to the point that he cannot be in touch with his own people, his own mother, his own siblings or whatever, and think kuti and then only to see that the man is depressed, he is no longer the person that he was, he is no longer fun. It's only going to hurt the relationship you have. Sometimes allowing people to maintain the relationships that are significant to them, i.e. their mother, i.e. their sisters, and all those things, it can actually help them to be at their happiest in life and even be a better husband while they are with you. So zintuzina mukamapanga, think a little bit further than kungonena kuti he mamuna indiwanga, he banja ndi anthu awiri tikungopanga za inu banja ndilimene ndi anthu awiri koma kamabwera kamene kamadzafuna munthu wina. So you can't just literally be rude and push people away, but you know it's not fair. And like Patricia saying, good, there are other extreme cases in every other issue that we discuss here. There will always be exceptions, or there will always be extremes. But Munhaliense, if you can be very, very honest with yourself and sit down and look at the relationship your mother-in-law and search within yourself, utakuona kuta ineyo koma chabwino amaya jamwina pakuti sana pange bwino. Koma naneso, if I was to try a bit harder and do this, zintu zikanakhala bwino bwino. You know, you could have done that. So aliyese kumayangana. And depena so, can we be honest? These mother-in-laws, some of them munda mvula zakali. The way they understand things and the way we understand things is not the same. Ndepena ukaona ngati kuti zinthu zina zikungokhala mwakuti osati kuti za extreme oro kuti anakalandira MG2. No. Koma ndungona kuti ngati tili zinthu tati ngono tokuti ali choose ola mapanga janjani. Maybe just to see how you can deal with the issue without actually causing a scene, or without actually getting to a point kuti amaya jampaka na anyanyale or adani, because zijandane na kuti sometimes people, we are living in different times. So see how you can manage that. But personally, what I think, a relationship between a daughter-in-law and a mother-in-law can be done. You can actually have peace. You can call each other without her son being there. You can laugh. You can do whatever. It doesn't have to be something that has tension. And sometimes instead of her son to always send her money, maybe you can try sometime. You get paid your own money and, send her money. Be nice and all those things. But at the end of the day, don't help the strain get more whatever. Osa zibangisa kuti zintu zipezeke kuti zabanga za nyasa zabanga makuti. No, try what you can on your end. And zintu zomonga tegu ngopirira munthu akhala pa kompako 2 weeks, 1 month janja na akupita. Try and do that for the sake of peace. You know, sibu inogudi pazikasu zo yankula. And like I said, these are significant people in his life. And for those of us who are just joining and saying, maybe you are listening to me now, what I'm saying at this point, you may be saying, oh, but why is she saying that? But me, I also have my mother. Like I said, a lot of women, you are you're good at looking at your own mother, looking after her. You're good at that. You know how to spare the good things for her. You know what to do. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really become a problem for the man. The man will just get along with her. You know, you're the one who does the cooking. You're the one who does the taking care of. So, yes, guys, there may be different opinions. There may be different experiences that you guys have experienced about mother, daughter-in-law. And for those of us who are married, maybe we have our own stories. But personally, I think that mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, it's not difficult. You can only change your mindset and decide, you know what, let me give it a go. Try and give her a call and tell her and try and get along. Like I said, it's good. It gives because these are significant people. Komangati mwana wali songiso nde yonde ndinkaniso ina because ukakwatira naso ni mamuno okuda ama kuzunguza ama kumenya ama kutani nde you don't even know whether to blame his mother or to blame who. I don't know. It's just another level of a problem. But yes, guys, thank you so much. Me, I have, you know, a wonderful day today. It's my birthday. I'm enjoying myself. I'm happy to see you. I hope our topic today, we, you know, you know, I hope you have enjoyed our discussion today. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next Sunday. You have a lovely, lovely night. Bye-bye now.